leading up to Unadilla, obviously. Now I'm a little bit scared for the weather.
That flag goes up, everyone shuts their bikes off, they're playing music, and it's just, I mean, you can feel your heart beating, and you're just like ready to go, ready to go.
This year's event had a very different feel to it.
Forget about everyone else, and if you think you can, you can.
And then he tries to pass him there and still doesn't pass him and gets past. That's why I'm looking at this flag.
I'm not going to be able to walk for the next week after Unadilla, I can tell you that.
I would definitely assume that a motocrosser will win, but you never know. A full-blown woods rider can win. It's a crapshoot. So may the best man win.
I never claimed to be a woods rider. I guess we can go back to when I was real young. I have a handful of national championships. Won a few times on 50s, and then a handful of times on 85s, just nationals for moto. But the big one was Loretta's 2 years ago. I've always wanted to do that every year. You just dream about being on the podium, and to win it was unreal. I think my first J-Day was around 3 years ago. I just had to do it because everyone was talking about it. All my buddies were doing them, and I'm like, all right, it's at Southwick. I heard Southwick's pretty mellow, you know, like suits the moto guys. I'm like, you know what, let's do it, why not? And I remember pulling in, and I'm like, what is going on here? I mean, they were parked in the school parking lot out front, and I'm like, I was mind blown. And I think my first one, I didn't even crack the top 10. I mean, I was going there, and I was trail riding out there. I was like, did not belong out in the trees. Slowly, those 10ths turned into 7s, 6, and then I'm like, well, if I just go a little faster, maybe I can crack the top 5 and get my money back, you know? And 5ths turned into 3rds turned into some wins last year. I would always find Cody Williams or Simon or all those boys. I had a few good battles with Robbie Marshall too. We joked about it. Every single time I passed him, the 125 let go. The 125 broke. It was so funny. He was saying how, when am I going to learn just to not pass him? Not pass him and I'll finish a moto. But yeah, I would always find those boys out there. It was always different per track. You know, a little bit more moto-y style. I'd be more up front or something like that. But get back to like a Mohawk round where straight woods, not a lot of moto track. You know, it's just be battling someone different. Moto race, you know who's gonna roughly win. Some people can just be feeling it that day, and the fact that there's thousands of entries and just that many people there and kids wanting jerseys, autographs, things like that, like you don't get that at a regular moto race, you know, unless you're at Supercross or racing the Nationals. I mean, Zach Osborne, Cooper Webb, you know, they have other things to do. They're Cooper Webb and Zach Osborne, you know? So they're doing something right if they want to come back and race this.
So coming off of our season opener at Southwick, which is a complete monsoon, leading up to Unadilla, obviously, now I'm a little bit scared for the weather because it's in upstate New York, 5 hours away. Weather changes like that up there. So it could be 75 and nice out one day, and then at nighttime be snowing. So fingers crossed, and hopefully Mother Nature up there delivers for the series and doesn't let us down.
Are you kidding me, second? I missed it by 0.3 seconds. The dub.
I was pretty bummed I was missing Southwick. I was gonna do a handful of Supercrosses this year, so I was down in Florida getting ready for them, and in January I ended up having really wasn't even that bad of a crash. I just messed up in the whoops, almost saved it, didn't, landed funny, and ended up breaking my elbow and my wrist. Had surgery on both of those, and so I've been off the bike for 4 months now. With being hurt was a lot of time pedaling. you know, just inside training, trying to, I mean, it was a long 4 months of not doing a whole lot. Was trying to just stay in some shape, you know. Been on the bike for about a week now, I would say. Just getting back to it. There's being in shape and then there's dirt bike shape. So I'm definitely not in shape yet, but getting back to it. So now that I'm back riding, just trying to ride as much as I can and just trying to stay on top of things, staying on top of working out, gym, and riding. But right now, really just prioritizing riding.
This winter, I reached out to Verb Moto. They're very well known within the industry, and asked if they wanted to be a part of J-Day Off-Road when it came to this doubleheader up at Unadilla, and they're ecstatic about it, and they wanted to bring their whole team up, sponsor the race, and basically bring their flair to J-Day Off-Road. So we named it Verbadilla, which is very creative. Thank you, Brent. They definitely have the same mindset as us, and we're basically wanting to give back to the racers. The owners of Unadilla let us use a majority of the Pro Track, which is awesome. So it's going to be Woods Pro Track Saturday. Sunday, we're going to have a completely different set of Woods tracks. It's very diverse, and it gives the racers, you know, like something to look forward to, obviously. If they race Saturday, they're not going to be like, it's going to be the same track as today, blah, 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 blah. So it's just something for the riders to look forward to, you know, on Sunday after they had a battle, you know, on Saturday. So with that being said, I would definitely assume that a motocrosser will win, but you never know, you know, like a full-blown woods rider can win. Look at last weekend at Southwick. Mother Nature delivered 4 inches of rain all day, consistent, and I thought a motocrosser would win then, but I mean, lo and behold, Gavin Simon comes out of nowhere and pops out his first win ever in the J-Day Off-Road series. So it's a crapshoot. So may the best man win.
Dude, I was looking at like a sneaky line because like this was like the main line on this side. Here's your bone right here. I ain't touching that thing, but it's a full bone right there. Yeah, everyone's gonna funnel right into this main line, and then I guarantee this is gonna be like a sneaky line way over here. You can already see no one's gone over here. You think we could double that?
I almost did.
Out of the bushes. I was joking at first, but I was like, honestly, you probably could. It's totally blind. What's up?
It kicks you a little bit in the tree, like right there.
Yeah, that tree will be coming up quick if you double that.
Over there.
On the right side of the landing, right? Oh yeah, if you drift a little, you're donezo. You're done for it. I wanted to go look at this yesterday because I didn't really get time to really break it down when I was pedaling it. But yeah, it just looks like it's gonna get super one-lined if you get stuck behind a lapper or something like that. Like if you're on that right side, you're just gonna be following the leader. So you're always like looking for other lines, and at least on this side, it might not be the fastest if you're out front, but at least there's more options. There's more splits and stuff. So. No. Not too bad. Is your bike running from last week or 2 weeks ago? I don't think the 125 would have made it anyway. But you liking the Yamahas?
Hell yeah. I think it works good.
That's sick.
Weird, different to work on for sure.
Yeah.
Finally starting to learn it, but.
Oh, bushwhacking.
Just want to get going while they're not.
All right.
Try not to get run over.
All right, we'll see you. Good luck.
You too.
Doesn't look like it's all that dusty though. I thought it was gonna be a little dusty. It's gonna be sick. I'm pumped. How's that for a blister? Not terrible. Hands toast.
Pro class coming up. We're getting a little water on the motocross track. We're going to keep the dust down as we have all day. Greg and his crew just tremendous at prepping this track. We're going to have ourselves one heck of a pro moto. That first one was good. It had me screaming and yelling and waving my arms and everything else. And I don't expect anything less in this next one coming up. Got guys that know the track. They've tuned in their suspension, maybe done settings on different things. And they know it. They know it's going to be a little bit rougher. They've got the plan for that. This should be a great race. Chris Canning, of course, your first moto winner in this class. And talking to him earlier today, he said he's sticking right around. So that, of course, my friends, is bad news for the rest of the pro class, but good news for us, the fans. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, Acton says. Yes, indeed, we are in the beautiful Unadilla Valley. We do it for mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, uncle, J-Day Off-Road. Brought to you by Fox Racing. Nate Smith, I believe. Yes, it is. He's got the lead. Cody Williams slides the inside. Scott Walker's in the top three. And Brendan Gregoire, he is determined to come and talk to me on that podium, and I want to see it. Looks like Gavin Simon, round number one winner in third. Then we've got Cody Williams, who was the vice champion last year, in fourth, and Brayden Nolette running a smart race in fifth spot on the P3 Kawasaki. We're going to have some battles aplenty. Simon Johnson is circulating in 17th. I don't know what happened to him off the start, but the reigning champion not having the kind of day he would wish for here at Vurbmoto. Of which I noticed that Cokinos is not on the track in this moto. I hope that everything's okay with preventing Justin. Brayden Nolette sets the world on fire out there. He's chasing Chris Canning, and that is no small feat as they head for gravity now. Smith, a little off-track excursion. He's back up into the top 10, I believe. One lap to go. Up horsepower hill, he takes a look over the shoulder. Don't worry, buddy, there's nobody there. Chris Canning will be your winner in Moto number 2. It's a double Moto win for him, but Brayden Nolette was second spot in that Moto and 6th in the first Moto. He might be on that podium today.
This year's event had a very different feel to it. It felt like it was way more professional, way more organized. I mean, not that it wasn't in the past, but you can tell that they're molding it into a more recognized, more professional series, and we all noticed it. The pro racing here at Vurbmoto last weekend was pretty crazy. We can do motocross tracks all day long in our sleep, but the woods part of it is a little bit different, and that's where their expertise in building a woods track comes into play. And we let them handle the woods, we handle the motocross tracks, and we kind of mold it together that way. But we have to work well with whomever we run an event with. It's a little different with J-Day because we kind of co-promote the races. Normally if we run something, we run it ourselves and my crew does everything. But this is a little different, and so it takes a little bit of an adjustment from our end to remember that we have partners in all of this, and for them as well. We hope to continue working with the J-Day crew and the J-Day event, and maybe even Vurbmoto. It might be Vurbmoto 2024, who knows.
5 minutes. I know.
But I could never have been ready for this. I think I should start by letting you.
Enduro rider now. Call me Graham Jarvis.
Let's just say it was a night and day difference from the season opener, Southwick. One thing that's really rewarding, seeing racers out there have personal bests, you know, like C overall classes, like Porter Brenton got his first C overall and he got both days, you know, and you see Addie Harris out there, Van Gosselin, A overall, you got Shane, B overall, like Ruby Fustini. She's been killing it in the women's pro class. Like being an owner, I'm not just at the Reg trailer or just nowhere to be found. You know, I'm out on the trail cheering on all the racers because like I was there once upon a time. So we had a great weekend here at Unadilla. Everything went just like clockwork. So we're back on that train and we're just gonna keep it rolling. So we're just finishing up, cleaning up the tracks, and we're heading off to Dozer Memorial for our round 4 of the J-Day Off-Road Series. See you then.
Oh man, what a day. What a day here at Unadilla.
Is this the first time you've gotten to ride here like by yourself?
I think that's the first time anyone's ever been able to ride here by themselves.
That's a good point.
Nah, it's sick. It's sick. Not many people get to do this. So, can't thank them enough for this.
So I didn't realize how far outside, but I got the speed. So
I read it at that time.
You did.
I saw the camera, I'm like, okay, here we go.
Dude, you did.
I just did not listen to you at all. I'm sorry. I just zoned out for a sec. My bad. I was like, yeah. All right, hold on.
Something I can't seem to go, even though we were just kids. I close my eyes, I'm waiting for the lightning strike to take me back to 2005, before you took that cross-country flight, before we said goodbye.
Me, my dog, we just want to go to sleep.
Before we said goodbye.